nurture theater artists and audiences that care about humanity, their own and those of others. And we want to bring arts and education to the greater community. And that's what we do. We work in the New York City public school system. We work on Rikers Island. We work in drug and alcohol treatment facilities all throughout the city. We partner with the 3 largest facilities in New York City: Phoenix House, Samaritan Daytop Village, and Odyssey House. And Outside In was created about 8 years ago, and it came with this idea as we wanted to create an artistic home here for our students in the field. You know, we go out and we do the work, but we can't be there forever, and they're in these environments and these facilities for a short period of time. But when they come home, we want them to know that there is an artistic home. If they want to continue this training, they can study with us. And that's what we have here at Outside In. It's one of the city's first reentry arts programs. We meet every Sunday. We've been meeting every Sunday for almost 9 years now. And when it first started, you know, we talked, we were like, if you build it, they will come. And we built it. Nobody came. Nobody came for a really long time. But every week, I would come, and we would sit here, and I would wait. And now, 9 years later, we have a cast of almost 30 people. They're from all different walks of life. They are individuals who are returning citizens from incarceration, veterans, those recovering from substance use disorders. Some of them are currently residing in treatment. Some of them have just completed treatment. We have KSACs, we have surplus working in the field. We have people in transitional housing. And then we have professional actors and students of the Stella alumni. But I tell you, when you watch the show, you're not going to know who's who, because they're all just tremendous artists and tremendous actors. Everything you see right now tonight will be all original. Everything is written by the students in the class. They're also written by our students on Rikers Island. And I see in your input, you got this little booklet that says acceptance. These are called zines. This is this thing we're doing on Rikers. It's like mini magazines. I don't know if you know what this is. I had to look it up myself. It's a new hip thing. They call them zines. And we do writing exercises with them, and we created these booklets, all based on a theme of acceptance, which our show is based on. But it's all in our students' words, and some of the pieces you'll see tonight is also written by our students. So without further ado, the show is about 60 minutes long, no intermission, and then afterwards, if you could just remain seated, we like to do a 10-15-minute talk back afterwards. And without further ado, please put your hands together for the students of the Stella.
wanted to let you guys know that we currently just ran out of the tilapia. Would you like to place an order?
Yo, just like that poem, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness that most frightens us. That's me, yo. I know I'm smart. I know I'm talented. I'm just too scared to let myself succeed. That's why I never let myself prosper. You know they gave me 17? Down from 22. But damn, I'm way too fucking young to be doing numbers like that. I've almost done 3 years on the rock. Been here a minute, you know? I have a routine I do. Every day. 5 a.m. wake up. Every day. Do my little push-ups, my little dips. Every day. Then I clean myself. It's a thing I do. Keeps some structure. Keeps you sane, you know? Hell no, I didn't do shit like this when I was in the town. I'm not saying these last 3 years have been easy. In fact, it's been really frustrating. But in reality, if I wasn't here, I'd be dead. And that's my mom's deepest fear. I think what's going on here is like with my wife and mother-in-law.
You're talking about that famous optical illusion, right? Yeah, you either see a young maiden or an old crone, depending on your perception.
Explain why we're deadlocked. What do we do?
Excuse me? I'm a professional actor.
My condolences.
We do an improv exercise that I think might help.
That's where you just make shit up, right?
No! It's an improv exercise. In improv, we say yes and. It connects instead of separates.
It validates it, right?
What do you mean?
It means that you can recognize the other side without necessarily agreeing with them.
I don't have a problem recognizing, I have a problem accepting. Who wants to go first? I'll go. Yes, we all heard damning testimony.
And it's conflicting testimony. Yes, you can't say the prosecution doesn't have DNA, because they do.
And the DNA was contaminated and unreliable.
Now we're getting somewhere. Yes, the defendant was signed into work at the time of the crime.
And the signing method was unreliable because it's based on an honor system that can't be verified.
Yes, the witness identified the defendant.
And the assailant couldn't remember if the assailant had a beard.
And the witness didn't even know if what color of his hair was.
And he doesn't even know
verdict. Well, 6 of us came up with a guilty verdict based on the fact that feelings don't lie.
Exactly. You gotta go with your feelings. I'm with you.
No way, 6 of us thought about it logically. We voted for a not guilty verdict.
Exactly.
You know something? That's very analytical. I'm with you also.
Wait, I'm sorry. They can't both be right.
You know, you're also right. But my job here is not being right. I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. My job is not to decide.
And just what the hell is your job?
Exactly.
My job is acceptance.
Do you know my wife and mother-in-law?
Oh, what's up, boss? Look, I got 2 guys in the yard over there picking up the leaves, and I got 3 more in the bush that you pointed out earlier, and I got my ace Reggie on the jewel of the garden, the prize rose bush. So should be up and running in no time.
Hey, Joe, I hate to break it to you. We gotta get this shit done today.
All right.
It's really, you know, I got that other shit that I gotta deal with in Saskatchewan. You know, what's the fucking place?
Saskatchewan.
See, you know what I'm talking about. I got that mess over there. Can you handle things over here? Can I leave it to you?
Boss, what's the alternative?
That's my man. That's why you're that guy. All right? Now listen, you take care of this for me? I'm gonna put in good work, all right? All right? Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks.
Take care, Jose.
Yo, Joe. Hey, what's up, man? We known each other for a while now, you know? I look up to you, Joe. You know, that's why I asked you to be my mentor. You know, because if there's any problems, Joe could fix it. If there's any question, Joe got the answer. Is anything you need, Joe is
All
our
right,
guy.
yeah, what's this about?
Well, Joe, I respect you and all, so I'm gonna just come out and say it, okay? Why do you do everything that the boss tells you like a little wounded puppy? Yes, boss, I got it, boss. Okay, boss. Yeah, if you actually either jump off a bridge, would you jump?
Okay.
Okay. Do you deny it, Joe? Do you deny it? Let's see it, man.
Look, is there a question just Cap?
Well, okay, all right. Yes, I got you. Well, all right. Why, Joe? Why? Because, you know, I want to make this my career, Joe. Okay, I want to go all the way. You know, and after months of watching this company's top guy doing all this grunt work, Joe, I don't see what you get out of it, Joe. I don't. You know, and it's like, what do you get out of it? Like, I don't even know if I want to make this my stepping stone anymore, Joe.
I see.
You see? You see, I'm pouring my heart out here. And that's all you got to say. You have to give me a little bit more than that. Please, Joe. Please.
I owe that to you, Stella. Look, pick your heart.
Joe, oh my gosh. What do you mean, pick your heart? What is that? What?
Your heart, pick your heart. Look, you're married, right?
Damn right, yeah.
Marriage is hard.
Damn sure it is.
Divorce is hard. Either way you look at it, either road you go down in life is hard. Staying in shape, you look like you work out, right? That's hard. Being obese is hard, right?
Yeah.
Being employed and unemployed both, hard. Taking a job, you gotta take some hits, hard. Look, nothing in life is ever easy. I put 6 kids through college, one on the caps, on this heart. Doing God knows what for God knows who paid, but that's not my heart. No, Scott. When I get to go home, and I get to sit down with my favorite book, right? I'll take this shit every fucking day, all week, if I get to do that. If I get to go home and sit with my wife, we watch our favorite show, we laugh, and we cry, and we fucking cry, that's what I do hard. Hey, that's what I do hard.
Damn. That is hard.
I still remember the sound of his voice. It was filled with life. The type of love that would fill my heart with so much feelings. But in time, his laugh and love started to fade away, just like he himself was slowly fading away. I tried to pull him back. I really did try. But how do you save someone from drowning, even when you can't see the water? So the day that I walked in and saw his lifeless body laying there on the floor, my whole body became numb. I already knew. I felt in my gut. He was gone, and there was nothing that I could do about it. Every day I wondered, every day, if there was more that I could have done. But the truth is, I couldn't save him from the disease he had. See, addiction isn't a choice. It's a cage, and he was trapped inside of it while I was on the outside helpless. So now, all I have are memories that are good and bad, the dreams he once had. One in particular would be me and him find sobriety together and hope for a future that would be filled with love and happiness. In my heart, I remember the struggle that he had with his disease and how addiction took that all away. But there's one thing, it doesn't get to define who we are. His name was Gil, and I loved him so much. He was a good man. He actually helped me make me the man that I am today. So now, as I look in the mirror at my reflection, now as a person in recovery, I wonder, I really do wonder if he's proud of who I've become. May the fourth be with us, my love. I will always, always love you.
Kyvan, I will always love you. And I'm so fucking proud of you. I'll always be here when you need me the most.
You know, I always thought happiness was something you had to chase. Always looking in the mirror, hoping to find something that will make me feel whole. But all I found was flaws and imperfections. But then I stumbled on a beautiful concept, philosia, the Greek word for love, self-love. It's not about arrogance or selfishness. It's about me embracing me, knowing that I'm enough to love me. Acceptance has been hard. It's been a journey. I fought myself. I doubted myself. I even had feelings of hopelessness. But every struggle and every tear, I learned something important about myself. True happiness doesn't lie in perfection. accepting who I am. Imagine if we all embrace fellowship. We all struggle together, surviving together, striving for the elusive sense of belonging. So today I stand here choosing love, choosing accepting this journey with its ups and downs. I choose loving myself fiercely as we are. I accept me.
Welcome! And thank you for coming here today to present to me the showings of your latest experiment.
Thank you, Professor. Together, me and my partner have created the most effective scent to ever be introduced to the world of aromatherapy.
Amazing scent your olfactory bulbs have ever come across, but it also creates a sense of well-being beyond compare.
I say that is a bold statement. Let's see what they've come up with, shall we?
Oh yes, let's. We have to keep the two chemicals in these beakers separate before mixing.
I see.
So we keep them in two separate beakers, solution A, solution B. Then we got this giant beaker that we're going to mix it to simultaneously, and it's going to create the most awesome scent. Trust me, I can't even speak about it. It's
Ready?
Are you right, doctor?
Undoubtedly.
indubitably.
Great.
I hope it works this time.
Pour them in slowly, very slowly.
I've done for 3 to get the
3,
timing right.
2, 1.
What on earth, doctor? This is dangerous.
Oh, it was just a mere side effect, that's all. Just a side effect.
Mere side effect. You nearly singed our eyebrows. Oh.
Never mind that. Don't you smell it?
Oh, it is remarkable. Fantastic.
Don't you feel more relaxed and calm?
Oh, yes, I hardly care about the explosion.
So after this, let's try it one more time.
Yes.
Please,
We must, yes.
So what do you want to do this time?
Pour in solution.
We'll do A first.
Yes.
Okay, and that's solution B. All right, so let me go first.
Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1.
All right, you Nimrods, you did it again, and this time it wasn't a bigger explosion.
Yes, yes, but behold, there is that amazing scent again. Don't you smell it? Oh, so wonderful.
And that sense of well-being.
Oh, yes, it is without the doubt the most amazing scent, but oh no! Can you do this without the explosive business? I mean, if you can't do it, I have to ask you to discontinue the experiment!
No, please.
But it must
If we
smell
can
that
do
scent
it,
again.
yeah,
Everyone must
we
enjoy
can do it
it with
without the
everyone.
consequences. If we do it without the consequences.
No. It's not worth the reward. No.
Let's give it one more shot, please.
Yes.
Fine, but just
Please.
this one.
Okay, we're gonna be super smart this time, right? This time, we'll pour in solution B first, and then solution A.
Okay, try not to blow us up first, you.
Okay, perfect. You go first. Okay. Here we go, baby. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that's it. Stop it now. I consider the life-threatening hazard. You stop it now.
This time, I swear.
This is not
We can do it.
Let's
Let's do it.
This is
Let's
not
do it.
Angered by my failed attempts at achieving glory, at achieving admiration, at achieving applause. Absent to alcohol and addiction. You see, I casually course my way through life, continuously criticizing my confidence, complaining about my lack of conviction and courage to chase and cultivate your comedic gift. Consistency is a choice. I embrace emptiness most days, overly evaluating what's expected of me by everyone. But I can feel your presence piercing my soul, presenting possibilities that are powerful when you prepare properly. So I accept your tender touch that tends to turn away torment and bring about triumph. Amen. 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 Numbing the pain, not noticing the nurturous nest you built around me. I accept you, Christ. Cover me in your cloth. Free me from my convoluted thoughts. For even in failure, effort is king, which will eventually see to the end. Acceptance.
My mom wasn't around a lot, but when she was, it was a nightmare. She didn't really want to have kids, and she was stuck with me. I wasn't easy to grow up with. I still ain't. But it's really hard to be around someone that doesn't really want you around, who's supposed to want you around, but doesn't. And it was really confusing as a kid. I thought I was messing stuff up a lot. So I started fucking shit up on purpose. She didn't love me anyway. I don't like saying that. It's true, but I don't like saying it. Anyway, I met my baby mother around the time my mom was being a real bitch to me. She would call me useless, workless, a piece of you know what. And I thought, you know, replacing the love that I had for my baby mother, I was looking for someone to walk with, but someone to be my mother maybe? I don't know, I guess. And it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair to my baby mother to put a lot of pressure on her. So, of course, naturally, she started treating me like her mother used to. I started treating her like the same person. But see, I see the error in my ways now, so I've been inviting her here for the last 3 weeks, and now she's finally here, so hopefully I get to tell her that I want her to be more than that for me. I want her to be a person, not just a subject of my love, or someone to love me, but someone to walk next to. She's here today, hopefully I have the bravery to tell her.
What's up, Max?
I saw him.
Did you see?
Him, it's been 3 weeks since he left.
You're talking about Jeremy, right?
Yes, Jeremy. I'm standing there and he's just sitting there across the street.
Then what happened?
Nothing, I was frozen. I couldn't move. It wasn't until the light changed that I started to walk towards him.
I'd like to know what he's thinking so I can figure out why he keeps helping.
Big things are happening inside of him. He doesn't know if he should help.
He doesn't want to put himself in danger.
But that's exactly what he's doing. It makes no sense. This accent. Look! Jeremy isn't even wearing the watch Max gave him. Max, wake up. There's no helping him. How can I get you to protect you?
You gotta let him go.
He will figure it out.
Hey, I'm his guardian angel. Protection is my business. I got your back, Max.
It's his business now.
You have to trust him.
Okay, so go on with your story.
So I go across the street and he looks up at me and he smiles and dude, he looks bad. But I didn't care, I was just happy to see him. I didn't care that I didn't see the watch that I gave him. I was just happy to freaking see him. later that I was angry. Angry at him? Angry at myself?
Oh, Max, don't let him spin you.
He'll be okay.
He will do the right thing
For himself,
for them both.
I can't watch.
Okay, so, you were saying,
So I held my hand, I helped him up. I didn't care that a woman was looking at us. I didn't care that his hands were dirty. I asked to be on a phone and then I had to give him my number.
go on, yeah.
That was good, right? That was enough, right? That's all I could do.
Yeah, well, you know, you can't save everyone. You can just be there when you have to be. You are enough, Max.
I know. So I gave him a cigarette and I lit it for him. And then he just walked away. But this time, I got to see him do it.
There you go, Max. There you go.
Here's what's gonna happen. You decide to be the beast. You be walking with a demon. Your spirit's what it is. And baby, if you don't address it, he'll have himself a beast. And by then it'll be too late. So say goodbye to inner peace. Yo, you gotta change your ways. Nothing left to lose. You also got nothing to gain. You keep on drugging, drinking booze. 2 paths laid out before you. I'm hoping that you choose to stop living in denial, gain acceptance of the truth. Yo, not too long ago, I thought I knew it all. Consuming alcohol, cause I'm assuming we gon' fall. But that was all an excuse to keep my neck up in the news. I continue to refuse any acceptance of the truth. Matter of fact, the truth is, I'm beyond fucking ruthless. Knock your teeth out, your mouth's fucking toothless. Tell me, who this dude up in the booth is? Don't ask it, I'm Patrick. I'ma show you how I do it. Yo, I play with my life as if it were a game. Justify my means, so get the fuck up out my lane. Questioning my sanity, my actions are insane. I forgot who I was and thought I was what I became. What a shame. Yo, Pat, you're in denial. Not only that, you've been like that for a while. And when you're in denial, you feel like you're in denial. Swimming with some crocodiles, and that really ain't your style. I'm holding my obsession, getting high is what I earn. But when my spirit's lost, which way should I turn? This a golden life lesson we all need to learn. Which bridges to cross and which bridges to burn? I said denial up in flames, cause acceptance equals change. With my demons slowly melting, retraction of my veins, redirection of perception in a lesson to be taught. When I got desperate, I found out I could and wouldn't. People was sought. Grant me serenity, accept the things I cannot change. God grant me courage to change the things I can. Getting in the way of the master plan by operating on my inferences. God please grant me some wisdom so that I can see the differences. So now the differences, I don't betray myself. Inner peace from my acceptance, save me from the gates of hell. Truly it's a blessing, finally getting the message. Open up to the suggestion of radical acceptance. This what's gonna happen, you decide to feed the beast. You're walking with a demon, your spirit's what it is. And that if you don't address it, he'll have himself a beast. And by then it'll be too late, so say goodbye to inner peace. Yo, you gotta change your ways, nothing left to lose. Also got nothing to gain, you keep on drugging, drinking booze. 2 paths are laid out for you. I'm hoping that you choose to stop living in denial, gain acceptance of the truth. Peace.
I know my son is in great hands, and I know he is in great care.
But when I think about my son, it just don't seem fair. So I say a prayer from day to day, hoping to keep the grief away. I know God is good. I know God is fair. But sometimes my mind is all over it. I say a prayer to help me get through it. When I think about the things me and my son used to do. I know he is in great care. I know he is in great hands. Sometimes I smile, even every so often or even once in a while, when I think about God has my child.
This is the moment.
Down here in Roanoke where we think about change.
On to our field agent.
At the local rifle range.
Thanks there, guys. How's it back in Pittsburgh?
Oh, you know, buddy.
Nothing special.
Nothing ventured.
Well, here in the bottom valley of the Central City area, the place where carnage started in this pretty middle America.
Look, I didn't see it.
But the gun went off right next to me.
It happened so fast.
The whole thing was just a blur to see.
Well, there you have it, folks. Nothing seen, nothing heard. Back to the newsroom. Fellas, what's the good word?
Another major happening, the signing of the world news stage.
Listing all the countries grown like hothouse flowers on the world stage.
But first, let us introduce you to one and only weather girl.
Knockout meteorologist Susan Constantana Pearl.
Thanks, everybody. And next up, I'll show you how to dress the part to get VIP status.
Awesome! Not a traffic.
How's it going down there on the ground floor?
All set here. How's it going where you come from?
Right down there is where the truck stops suddenly.
Nicest guy, no one could have seen it coming.
Yes, isn't it great the way people get behind each other? Back to headquarters. What's the 411, my friend, my brother?
Everyone is going to enjoy this opportunity.
Summer's coming. No more rain.
So don't forget to stay in range.
This is the moment.
When you think about change.
Can we recognize what's strange?
How do we know it's real and what to believe? Media is known to hide some tricks up their sleeve. Look at how they hide bullying behind who's the victim, when they should be looking at who's doing it and what's wrong with them. Killing is another issue that media seems to continually deflate, but gun violence destroys the prayers that people try to meditate. Look, I'm not going on forever. We're growing, we're changing, and it's rare to see an audience reflecting, making the world blissfully aware. Now, if we're all to do this, maybe then we'd see. Maybe our parents were right. Don't believe everything you see on TV.
I think everybody is staring at me, yet I feel so invisible. Everyone just looks right through me. I'm so fucking exhausted with what my life has become. I just can't take this anymore.
You're retired
Yes,
of being worthless, hopeless, and powerless.
yes, yes, and yes. I want somebody to recognize the pain I'm in. Somebody to see me struggling. But nobody does. This bridge isn't very high. I damn sure don't want to fail at this too.
You wish one of these people walking by would put a hand on your shoulder and tell you don't jump.
I don't want to die, but what other choice do I have? Look, nobody cares. The world doesn't give a fuck. They don't care if I live or die. I don't want to die, but
Listen, the world is filled with awful people, man. Awful people that are gonna walk right past you.
fuck them. I'll prove them all wrong. I want to live. Wait, who are you?
I'm you, man. I'm glad I didn't jump too.
A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, 1, 2, 5. Wait, what?
I think you meant to say 3. No, I meant to say 5.
The correct response is 3.
Yeah. Why? Says who?
Oh, what do you mean? It says your position where you're standing.
It says the system. Well, it's how it's done, how we've always done it. I think it's stupid. I don't want to say 5 and I shouldn't have to.
What about?
But nothing. Go with it. Say A. Oh. Are you okay? What's the problem? Go ahead. We're waiting on you.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't say it.
Why? Yeah, why?
I'm not sure because I don't want to.
Don't want to? What does that mean?
I don't know. I mean, you don't want to say 3. Well, I don't want to say hey anymore. Is that even a thing? Yeah, but what do I do now? This feels uncomfortable.
Isn't it?
You too?
Hell yeah.
So.
Hey! What?
What about me? What about you?
What's up?
What am I supposed to do now?
What do you mean?
Well, if you don't want to say 3 anymore, and you don't want to say A anymore, then what am I supposed to say? You can say whatever you want to.
Oh, that's huge.
Right? Anything I want? Yeah. Totally. That's so weird. Yeah. It feels uncomfortable. Oh, tell me about it. So I could say Z, or 10, or hippopotamus.
Or even cheeseburger.
That's deep. Let's try it. Yes. Okay. 1005. Waffles!
Dog.
Alaska.
Rhizosaurus rex.
Wiener donuts. Abracadabra. Pajamas.
Toucan.
Okay. So let's recap our current situation. Yes. From my understanding, we can say, and we have the freedom to say whatever we want.
Whenever we want.
And we don't just have to blindly accept the rules given to us by others. That's something I'm willing to accept.
Upon a time, once long ago, there lived a prince, Prince Roy. Prince Roy had a mission, to kill the dreaded serpent what left him in ruin. The scales of this mighty beast, the prince's weakness, taking everything from him, leaving him with paralysis of fear and unpaid college tuition. Enter the magic apothecary. Roy heard tale of a hidden land where he resides, the accursed Isle of Manhattan, where he to find him with his team, work
promises of a magical crystal that would vanquish the scoundrelly snake once and for all. Or at the very least, keep him at bay.
Yo, my dude! Yo, we heard about your snake. Now, my man Flacco right here, he can hook you up with that. These awesome crystal brownies. Or, yo, if you win it, we can hook you up with some of that curious crystal candy. You know, that shit that'll give you the power to beat the beast. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Put him on.
Yo, bro, listen here. This shit right here, this shit here.
This shit right here.
This shit right here, you can get the snakes with this shit right here. It's the same shit that kills the creepers, my brother.
This is amazing. What crystal doth thou give me? I feel amazing. I feel mesmerized. I feel.
Hell yeah, we know that shit. We know that,
man.
yeah.
We know that.
Yeah, go ahead. Make the land safety shit or what have you.
Roy was riveted, excited, delighted, enthusiastic, aroused, awakened, charged.
But is that a thesaurus?
Why, yes, it is.
Can you find something for moving along?
Yes, yes, sir. Roy was on his journey, making strides along the way, taming beasts, finishing deadlines, and was even courting a prince. Some may say way out of his league.
Hi, girl, hi! I'm from the same land that the crystal powers come from. I have powers, too.
And now I feel powerful. Is it true what they say? With great power comes great responsibility?
Who knows? But who cares? Let's have some fun.
And that's how it went. Until one day.
I'm leaving you for that snake over there.
Oh.
He has more power than you. Deuces.
And that's when the nuns from the anonymous order found a broken, beaten, lost, lonely.
We get it.
Prince Roy was now at his bottom. Who could help him in his struggle? Sir, heard there was a snake that needed skin. We heard you thinking it was.
Easy does it. This too shall pass, one day at a time. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Keep it simple.
Now he's done.
Who are you?
We are the Knights of the Anonymous Order. That's our name and we're sticking by it. With that out of the way, Roy made his way with the Knights to find a new way. For one, and a little bit of his own magic. A magic that wouldn't dwindle in power the way that the crystals did.
I feel powerful. The power was with me the whole time. Thank you. Thank you for showing me.
It's you who deserve the accolades. You did the work. It is us that should be thanking you.
It works if you work it. Keep coming back.
And with that, I'd like to say that they all lived happily ever on. They didn't. That's just a fairy tale. But it's also a story for another time. Woo!
Hey, Ricky. Oh my God, you're so thin.
Yeah, you know, the food isn't all cracked up to be out here.
Yeah, I can imagine. I put some more money on your books.
Cool. They should be letting us go to commissary later this week.
You really need to eat more.
I know, Mom. I'm doing my best. I can only do what they let us do in here, you know?
No, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Shit.
I didn't.
No, I'm sorry. You're right. I'll eat more. Thanks.
wanted to come today, but you know how it is with his job. It's kind of hard for him to get time off, and it's just
Okay.
hard.
I get it.
He really loves you, Ricky.
I know. I get it.
Christy joined the track team. They had their first meet last Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing really good. They even made her the anchor in the relay.
Really happy for her. Wish I could have been there to see it.
Yeah, me too.
What are you doing here, Mom?
Ricky,
I asked you not to come anymore. Look at you. These visits are killing you. This is too much. It's just too much. This isn't helping. You're not helping me by being here.
I'm here because I needed to speak to you. Ask you a question. And look you in the eyes when you answer me. Why?
Mom.
Why? Why did you do it? Well, no, you answer me. You want to know what I'm doing here? You have the nerve to say that my being here isn't helping you? Your being here isn't helping me. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can barely make it through a shift without falling apart. But still I visit. I write. I put money on your goddamn books. I did everything I could for you. I still do. What happened? What did I miss? Why did you hurt that boy? How did we get here, Ricky? What did I do wrong?
Mom, that's the thing. We didn't get here. I did. This isn't about you. None of this has anything to do with you. You were a great mom. You still are. You did everything you needed to within our house and home. But when I stepped out the front door and went into the world, I made my own choices. I made some wrong ones. This is on me, Mom. Not you. Me. This didn't happen on your watch. You did everything right. You did enough. Now you gotta let go. I have to do this on my own now. I gotta fix this. Get that? I'm not your little boy anymore. Let me go for now. Let me do what I gotta do.
Time's up. Visiting hours are over.
I love you, Mom. I'm gonna be okay.
Ricky. You are going to be okay. And I won't visit again.
Whew.
Can't go inside. I'm not legally allowed to. So I sent my friend in to talk to him. I tell her what I want him to know, and she says it for me. He's a good boy. He's my son. I love him so much. I'm in pain every day that he's in there and I'm out here. He joined the Marines and they didn't treat him well. He came home and he was different. He looked different. He stopped sleeping. I could hear him pacing around at night. He stopped eating my cooking, even his favorite things. Something inside him seemed like it would break any minute. trying to explain to the medics and the lawyers and the judges that he didn't mean to. He wasn't himself. He doesn't need jail, he needs a doctor. He's sick, his brain is sick. But this country doesn't offer help to people who act violent. They just see the action. They don't see the person. They just see my neck. They don't see me. They don't see what I can do for him, what I am to him. They said that I won't be able to have contact with him until he goes to trial and either goes to jail or comes home. The lawyer said he's looking at a long time. I forgave him. Of course I did. He's my son.
So what does it all mean?
I came this far and now what?
Somehow I still doubt myself.
I came this far and I'm still fighting. Along this road I stumble.
But I learned many lessons.
I followed in others' footsteps.
Unaware that I could lead the way.
You see, life showed me that shit ain't easy.
Who was there to hear my cries?
Why did I deserve all this pain?
People assume I'm happy when they see me.
Sometimes people laugh when they are uncomfortable.
Maybe this is what life is all about. Perception
Expectations.
mistakes
We can all want to do better.
and be better.
But if we live comparing ourselves to others,
Then how will we ever find out
Who we
really
truly are.
the way it seems to me is that life cannot be controlled.
But
But
it can be lived.
Yesterday someone showed me love.
So today I'm going to pay it forward.
Because I believe that this life is worth living without people.
Possibly failing.
But it also might mean soaring beyond our wildest dreams.
I need to find some balance.
Grace.
And acceptance.
Even though I'm not really sure how.
It's all up to me to do the work.
And
Not to
don't
give
give
up.
up.
To
To be the author of my own story.
It's up to us to create our own destiny.
To get through this life together.
And
That's the way it is.
Woo.
There are things that keep me up at night, that keep the stars in my world from shining bright. I'm mad. I'm mad that good people die, that mothers and sisters have to cry, that hope and possibility are often a lie, and that best intentions don't matter when it comes to my piece of the American pie. There are things that keep me up at night, that make my chest tense and my fists fold up tight. I'm mad. I'm mad that we live in a world where ceasefire is a war cry and images of babies dying fill my screen. Where anyone convicted of 34 counts of anything has just been elected our 47th president, and that everyone doesn't consider that obscene. There are things that keep me up at night. There are sorrows I'm no longer willing to swallow. And there's no end to my suffering in sight. I'm mad. I'm mad that the price of happiness has proven way too steep, and that consequences are too unbearable to keep, and the web of sickening insecurities run deep. And I'm tired of moving through life like a voiceless sheep. They say, let go and let God. How's that work, though, when you're constantly surrounded by injustice and then made to feel like a fraud? Acceptance was the case that they gave me. But I'm a stubborn motherfucker who's got to rage against the machine. What am I willing to accept, you ask? Most of my life, I've just said how pass. Who knew there was even an option to let go of the mask? Maybe that's why life has always felt like such a god-awful task. I mean, how do I rage against the dying of the light, when most days I barely have the energy to fight? And sometimes, I just want to be like a kite, and simply float away, let my soul take flight. But that's not an option, especially when you're a mother and you know your life has a higher function. So what's the path one must take in order to find a road away from all of this heartache? This is how we do. We see our situation for what it is and we breathe into it. This is how we survive. We surrender control and instead choose to thrive. This is how we recover. We let go of all the unthinkable and face the day with a new endeavor. And this is how we live. We give ourselves grace and learn to forgive. Acceptance over judgment is the road to life's enlightenment. So I'm gonna let go of all my anger and not just lament. It's not a trick, it's not a joke. I can change my environment. And the possibility of this can bring a peace that feels heaven sent. So now that my old point of view is in tatters, I will accept that, despite the consequences, my life matters. But it's up to me to unclench my fists and to open my heart and to begin moving forward with a brand new start. What are you willing to accept?
I'll accept me.
Love.
Well done, steaks.
I'll accept tips.
Donations.
Fear.
Everything.
That I'm a numb.
My nightmares.
Good gifts, passion,
Some crazy shit on the 2 train.
life on life's terms, regret,
Failure.
Empathy.
that the
Virgin
economy
birth.
is breaking my pockets.
I accept I'm queer. The enemy.
This is how we do it.
Thank you so much, everyone. If you could just join me and give them another round of applause. This is the part of the show that I kind of like. This is my favorite part. Is that I kind of like to put the spotlight on the audience and give the audience an opportunity to speak to our cast, right? So maybe you want to ask a question about a certain piece. Maybe you want to ask about their experience, or maybe you just want to tell them how amazing they were. And go. Yes, I
All
said.
right. So I just wanted to say, like, the finalization of this production, it literally brought me to tears. I know, like, 95% of you, and I was there in the beginning. And it's like, yeah, like, I love it watching my children. Like, it's like, I love it. So thank you. Just thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, really.
We love you guys there.
Love you guys too.
Cynthia Turner,
Yes.
I love the poem. Was it just a poem? I don't want to get personal, but was that your story, and how did you come to that poem? If I may, if it's not personal.
No, it's fine. I love to share this with the audience. It's actually a true poem. I wrote it after my son got murdered and how God had turned my tragedy into triumph. And I just want to let you know that how loving and caring my son was, and I miss him. However, we get through trauma, we get through drama, we get through murder, we get through our heart being broken, and this tragedy, God turned it into a triumph. So I'm grateful to be able to share with you guys and give you some hope, because I'm quite sure somebody else lost somebody that they love. It didn't have to be a child, but somebody who they really loved dearly, and we didn't think we was going to make it. So thank you for listening.
I'm an educator and a mom. I will call on you.
I just wanted to say that everybody did a wonderful job. This is my first time.
Give him a little background, Jermaine. Go ahead. I know you want to give him a little background.
Come on, Jermaine. Let's go, baby. Yeah, let's go.
Hey.
Let's go.
Y'all know this is my first time on this side of the lights when it comes to a show, so like it was really interesting to watch it from the audience perspective. What you guys killed there, man. You guys did amazing work, and I know firsthand how hard it is to start this thing. Like most of us started I started in the Phoenix house in probably 2021, and my life takes a lot to be vulnerable and tell the rest of the ensemble some of your deepest secrets while y'all doing this. So I applaud you.
Welcome home, man.
Yeah, keep it up.
Oh, y'all gonna make me do this?
Do it.
Yes. Yes,
I just wanted to say this is my second time here, and it was really amazing as the first time. And I commend you on what you do, because you guys, like, I mean, it was so heartfelt. I can't explain it, but like, wow, almost brought me to tears. Especially our lovely Patrick.
Good audience.
I love watching him grow and change, and I know him as he was.
Isn't it a miracle?
Today. I'm just, it's really, this is amazing what you do, and what you guys did, how you remember everything. And you're funny as fuck.
So just some perspective, right? Like, we only meet a handful of maybe 12 times. You know, anyone, you know, we have a lot of actors in the audience, a lot of students, you know, to put on a show, you rehearse every day. You rehearse for hours. You rehearse for weeks. We only meet for 3 hours every Sunday for 12 weeks. And I never get the same group every Sunday. I just don't. People, you know, life happens and it's a thing. And there's, and 2 weeks ago, we had over 40 people in the cast. So if you think about it, in 2 weeks, we lost over 10 people, you know what I mean? We lost somebody today, you know? And it's so it's very fluid, it's very shifting. So it forces you to work in a different way. It forces you to trust in a different way. And it forces you to take a chance on yourself in a really different way. And this cast is also quite unique in the sense, I've been doing this for over 10 years, and it's rare that we have so many alumni. So usually you complete treatment and life happens. You complete treatment and you're busy, you know, you're trying to get into your housing, you're in school, you're in a job. It's hard to keep doing this. It's one thing while you're in treatment, it's another thing where you're at home or you're out of it. 90% of the cast during the rehearsal of the show completed treatment and moved on to the next phase of their journey, and they keep coming back. How many people started this program in treatment and still can keep coming?
Wow.
How many people remember being in treatment and seeing one of our shows and saying, yo, I want to do that?
Yes, sir.
And now it's been multiple shows. It's really an incredible thing. So showing us, how many people are doing a play, performing for their very first time? My question to you is, you know, through being in treatment and being in a program and going, you know, making that choice to do that, why would you want to take an acting class? Sir.
For me, it was therapy. I had hit rock bottom. I didn't know where I belonged. And they accepted me with open arms. And when they accepted me, I learned how to accept myself. I learned how to love myself because my family loved me. And that's what it is.
So the first time I was exposed to Stella Adler in the outside in group was last December when I was in treatment at Odyssey House. And I didn't even catch the whole show. I just caught the tail end, like the last 20 minutes of it, and was completely blown away by that show. And so much so that I went up and talked to Suzy afterwards and found out that I could become a part of this. It was really exciting for me. I've never thought of myself as wanting to be an actor, but I've always been somewhat of a writer. I've never really completed anything in my whole life, but I'm really interested in coming to this and seeing and getting connected with other writers and seeing if I could write my first play or skit or whatever it was. And this group has been beyond just helping me learn something new about writing. I've really learned a lot about myself, about how to connect with others, even really just how to see others
For me, my experience was, it was weird at first because when I first came into treatment, I was in an all-men's facility. And being an open gay man, it was really rough. And I had a problem acclimating it because I'm like, people are not gonna understand what I'm going through, you know? They don't know my drug of choice, I'm the queer, I'm this, I'm that. And I thought I would have to fight all the time, which, thank God I didn't have to. But it was because of outside in that I was able to challenge that fear into something where I could actually tell my story. Because we all have a story. And when people get the opportunity to hear our stories, we grow as individuals and also as a community. So by me being able to do this, Suzy's not going to be able to get rid of me also. But I'm also glad that I'm able to use this platform to make awareness of LGBT issues when it comes to addiction, recovery, and what we go through, because we're just like you. You know, there's nothing different.
Amen, Kevin.
Suzy comes to Phoenix House on Mondays at 7. And when I first came to Phoenix House, we have this director named Mr. Johnson. He's a really harsh guy. Just like, at 7 o'clock, he would yell at you. So it was like my little escape to go to improv on Mondays. And I just, honestly, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the people. I fell in love with what they guys was doing. I came in the middle of it. I came in the middle of the first show that you had. And I remember Johnny was there, and he did. After that first show that I saw you guys perform, I had to be with it ever since then, and I've been with it. So yeah, you're gonna have a hard time losing this one too.
Yeah, when they had the shows up, I want to say one, to a certain extent, I still can be a very jealous person, but I was extremely jealous back in the day, where to the extent where I didn't even want to go to the shows that were at Phoenix House because I knew I'd just be jealous because I'm like, I want what they have, but I suffer from being very fearful of stepping out of my element, you know what I mean? It was only when Suzy approached me, I was in the backyard of Phoenix House. She approached me and asked me to go to the class that she's bringing in, which is why I consider her a godsend, and I really do say that because it has been life-changing. If she had not approached me, there's a lot of things that have fell into place about me and my awareness of myself because of this class specifically, and specifically in approaching uncomfortable situations. This is not comfortable at all. It's funny, it's ironic that you know. Torture us. Yeah, it's ironic now. Like the 3 lines at the end, one of which I messed up. That's harder for me than the rap part, right? And it's just because that's not comfortable. I gotta listen for everybody, and you know, I think I'm still lightheaded because that was a long piece. It just forces me to step out of the comfort zone, which is imperative going forward and living life, you know, to its fullest. All right, so. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
Hi, I just want to say I'm really emotional right now, right? Because this cast is amazing. I work in a facility. I've been a substance abuse counselor for 17 years, and I've been a peer navigator for 4 years. The facility that I work at now is where I met Suzy. We had a picnic and she came. Somebody said, "Oh, you see her? She does acting." I said, "Really?" So I She knows, but I followed her around the whole picnic until I got her attention, right? And the bottom line is, I've written books, right? I did a film, right? And my goal is to give back because my team here, right? Y'all don't know how much y'all do for me because when I was in a facility in 1993, I didn't think I was going to make it. So I'm here to tell you I have 30 years clean, right? The blessing is I get to watch myself and you guys. So I am so connected to you guys. You have no idea how grateful I am. When I get up on Sunday to come to rehearsal, I be like, gotta go, right? Because I'm going to see y'all. I'm going to see y'all perform. I'm going to see y'all smile. I'm going to see y'all got one more day clean. Like, yes, and I just sit. If y'all notice, I just sit and watch. And I just interact and I love on y'all and thank y'all for loving on me.
We love you, Cynthia.
Thank you, and I'm giving back what was so freely given to me.
Thank you. All right. William. Nice to meet you, everyone. Thank you for coming to the show. When I first encountered Outsider, I was in a veterans mental health and substance use treatment center. I had done a lot of things that had got me to a lot of places, like the piece that Cynthia did. Sandy, thank you, Sandy. The piece that Sandy did really like hit me because when I came back from the Middle East, I was messed up, and that just like I almost started crying in that piece because I've only seen it twice, I believe, and each time like I don't know, when I first seen Suzy's show, like there were some veterans that I knew that were in that show, and I was like, wow, like I didn't even know this was like a thing, right? Like maybe back in the day I wanted, like I was considering acting or something like that, but I never thought that I could be a part. And I remember I stood up and I said, hey, I don't know if I can do this, but I want to be a part of this. You know, I want to be a part. And Suzy was like, yeah, but I'm pretty sure she didn't think I was going to show up.
I'm like, okay.
And I did, and I've had ups and downs since then. I've been incarcerated multiple times over the years that I came back from the Middle East, and my most recent incarceration was for something that I didn't do. And it just so happened that Dad got me back on the right path, and I'm just happy to be here. And this place has done something for me that, like Pat said, it is a godsend. It is. I found so much out about myself. I've regained my humanity. I've regained happiness. I've regained structure. I can walk and I can look people in the eye, and I don't think about murdering people anymore.
Love you, Will.
Real quick, so my reasons for coming in originally were very selfish because I wanted to get out of the house after 30 days. But I kept hearing about this place via Kyvan, via Travis who lived in my house, via Dwayne, and they kept going to it every single Sunday, and it seemed so fun. And in my active addiction, I became like a shell of who I used to be. I lost all of like what I liked to do. My interests were all gone. And I loved acting. I loved writing. I loved reading. I loved doing anything creative, artistic in that way, and I used to. So even just getting out the house for one day, for 3 hours, just to do something silly like improv was fun, and it was like slowly bringing me back to what I like to do in my recovery. You know, like getting back to who I used to be, and what I liked about myself, And so then doing the show, even more things started happening. You know, people started leaving, and I feeling like I wasn't enough to help them stay, or you know, that's kind of why I wrote that piece. That I'm enough no matter what. I can just do no matter what. So it really is it helped me in my recovery journey, just being here, because I've worked through so many issues that maybe I can't, but I have to talk it out or act it out or whatever the case may be. And it's really so great because you see these people once a week, and every week we're for each other. We support each other, and we really are there for each other, you know? And I love these people. These people are awesome on the stage. These people are so great.
As are you.
about our program, they want to be a part of it. And usually they come and they do a show, maybe two if we're lucky. But we've been just so blessed since the pandemic to have a handful of amazing actors who have joined us, and they just keep coming back. And they went from volunteers to ambassadors to their faculty now, and they teach, and they're role models and they're mentors. I would just love to hear from one or two of you about, well, why do you keep coming back?
Lady.
It's funny, I always try and avoid the talk.
Yeah, that's why it's good that
I've
you do
never
it.
talked at the top. Why do I keep coming back? I started coming when I was going to a school and I was losing like the passion for what I want to do, which is acting, or for what I do, which is acting, but also like passion for like everyday life. I was very, very lost. I was very, I had a lot of shit going on with family. I had a lot of like losses, and I just didn't really find what I wanted to do and what I was supposed to do, and you know, the whole thing of like, what's the meaning of life? And so I asked I had a friend who went to a show that was done by people who were, I don't know if it was Rikers, I don't remember, it was David, I forget his last name. Yeah. But he was in contact with a program like this program, and I had asked like, hey, is there any way of like me being in contact with, I want to do something like that. I just want to try it out. I don't know. I just want to do something different. And then he put me in contact with Suzy. I came. I was so lost about what this was about. At first, I was like coming, and I was just like, I don't know who these people are. But okay. And then, yeah, the first show I did was, it was amazing. It was just like I connected with, I mean, like, no, I don't know. Yes, maybe. I think past some people here that I did my first show with, that I'm still, after a year and a bit, we're still here. I'm still in contact. There's people who are no longer doing this show, but we're in the program at Phoenix House, who I'm still in contact with, that I want to see them do well. They want to see me do well, and it's that like connection between everybody that keeps me coming. And the themes are always so amazing, and like somehow it is therapeutic, even though we don't do it for therapy reasons. It does end up being therapeutic for me, for some people as well. But you know, acceptance. That shit was hard for me to accept. It still is, but doing this show even today, I'm just like, I learned something new, cool, okay. And like same thing with the other shows. And whatnot. So I'm gonna keep coming back. I don't know if you're gonna get rid of me either. I don't know. Okay,
I'd like to end the show highlighting William Gallagher. So William Gallagher has been a part of this studio for over 10 years. He has gone from a student to a participant, to a mentor, to a role model, to faculty, to fill in the blank. What are you still doing here?
Well, actually, you know, this is the first time I wasn't going to say anything. I always say something, guys. I always say something, so I'm just going to come out and do it. My back's going to hurt. But, all right, so this was a really tough one. Acceptance is like the case that they gave Suzy, but it's the case that we gave all of us, right? We have to consider the times we live in today. I usually am honored with a lot of the writing, but this time I didn't have to do a lot of writing because it just came so naturally out of us. What you see before you is a bunch of skilled writers. They didn't think so. I guarantee not a single one of these people thought that they could write before we did this project, but they all gave us something. So this is a really unique project for all of us, especially for us. That's why I didn't want to say that, because it's really about you guys this time. It really is about you guys this time. So I appreciate you.